Good afternoon. My name is Rafael Antonio Pellegrin Rivera. I am the co-founder of DeepClean, and today I'm going to share with you why you should come over and work with us, with our company. So when I was in UPR Layamon, I started with the pandemic, right? Everything was online and all my classes were asynchronous, most of them. And I started meeting with people in the second semester, and everybody was wearing their face masks, which was normal. But around my second year around, most of the students were had them off, but a good chunk of them still had the face masks on. And I was wondering, why are you wearing them at this point? Why are you out here? And their responses was that they felt sick when they entered some of the buildings, like the library, for example, that they felt so stuffy that they just could not bear being in there. And when I noticed that the mold on the walls was so palpable, it was awful. And I felt bad because these students could not feel at ease in their own campus where they should feel the right and privilege to study in there in the terrible heat as well. But no, they don't even allow themselves to study in peace. And around in my second and third year, I noticed that the library is not as packed as it supposedly used to be. And I suppose you could say that these subpar conditions is what kept these students away from being able to get their studies done within campus. It's ridiculous, really. These students aren't capable of just feeling relaxed in their own library or even in the buildings. I remember when a colleague of mine, an older colleague, mentioned that when he was in my same university, they used to sleep on the floors. Obviously, that is not standard and it's not hygienic in any way, but even still, they can't imagine themselves doing that same thing now with the conditions that the buildings have in this day. It's terrible. Now, some other reasons why this is largely the case is because the staff in UPR Bayamon is is understaffed. They don't have as many workers as they should because of budget cuts. And because of those same cuts, they do not pay their workers much of what they should be. I once heard, mostly a rumor, but I once heard that those workers were being paid around $5 an hour. And I suppose that is largely untrue, but if that truly is the case for why many of the workers are not completing their tasks as they should, that is ludicrous. And these are terrible working conditions. Not to mention that the workers must have multiple responsibilities, such as janitors, groundskeepers, maintenance executives. It's awful. It's terrible. So what I propose is the solution. But those same janitors have a those same janitors are supposedly being paid $2,000 a month, which again, if the price is $5 an hour, I don't believe that's actually the case. And they have around $4,000 for cleaning supplies, which these numbers, they're not adding up, are they? But even still, this is quite a high price, for the manufacturer. Now, we are mainly a hygienic maintenance company that aid and support all our subscribers and provide all of our excellent services for a high quality and a low price. Now, every time somebody comes in and offer and wants to get our subscription, we always tell them that before we apply our services, they must have an orientation beforehand. And that orientation will come and analyze what needs to be done. What is the priority here? Do you need to prioritize getting rid of the mold so that the students can breathe a little more easily? Do we have to prioritize preventing dust from forming as frequently? We provide a plan of action so that we prioritize every, everything that needs to be done quickly, that needs to be done first. Now, now, the main plan that I personally recommend for UPR would be a meticulous cleaning for each building on the campus within a 2-week period. Now, what do I mean by this? What I mainly mean is that our different workers come in on the weekends, and then let's say that there are a total of 8 buildings in the campus. Each week within the month, one of a team of our workers will come in and meticulously clean 2 buildings throughout the month, throughout the week, right? And each week they will have a different team with two other buildings to complete the month. Now, this is an entire weekend operation. This does not mainly conflict with any of the students or many of the professors, and should hopefully be done on in a timely manner on Saturdays from 9 to 5. Simple. Now, this service is mainly going to be $600 per month, which we believe is a very, very forgiving price for many of our subscribers, especially considering the prices that they are supposedly paying their janitors and their cleaning supplies. Now, this has a completely free cancellation fee as long as it is canceled with a month in anticipation. Now, otherwise, it will have a $100 cancellation fee, but I believe that even that is a very forgiving price. Now, from our end, we don't expect much. All we ask is that you provide our workers the space they need in order to get the job done, which should not be difficult, seeing as it will be done on the weekends with little interference from student or faculty. Now, we also ask you to allow them to use the bathroom and dining halls whenever it's necessary for them to expel themselves or to take a break or have lunch or eat their food when necessary. Orientation begins 2 weeks after you officially sign up for our services so that we make any extra background checks for our workers that will be placed within the project. And we hope that it will be a very useful use of our time. We hope that you may pick DeepClean and hope that you'll be working with us soon. Thank you for your time.